The old mansion on the hill had been abandoned for years, its windows shattered and its doors hanging from their hinges. Locals whispered tales of ghostly apparitions and eerie occurrences that had once plagued the house, warning anyone who dared to get too close. The story began with Lily, a curious and adventurous young woman who had just moved to the town of Ravenswood. Lily was drawn to the mansion, its crumbling facade and darkened windows a magnet for her insatiable curiosity. Despite the warnings from the townsfolk, she decided to explore the house, armed with nothing but a flashlight and her determination. As Lily stepped through the creaking front door, a chill ran down her spine. The air inside was thick with dust and the scent of decay. Shadows danced along the walls, cast by the flickering light of her flashlight. She could hear the faint sound of whispers, as if the very walls were alive and speaking to her. She made her way through the grand foyer, her footsteps echoing against the marble floor. Each room she entered seemed colder than the last, the air growing heavier with each step. The old furniture was covered in white sheets, giving the impression of a long-forgotten resting place. Suddenly, Lily heard a loud bang. She whirled around, heart pounding, to find the source of the noise. But there was nothing there. Just an empty hallway stretching out before her. Determined to uncover the mystery of the mansion, she continued her exploration. The deeper she ventured, the more she felt an invisible presence following her. In the master bedroom, Lily found an old, tattered journal. Flipping through its pages, she read about the mansion Thames dark pasta, a string of mysterious deaths and disappearances. Each entry grew more horrifying, detailing encounters with shadowy figures and sudden drops in temperature. As she reached the final entry, a cold hand seemed to grip her shoulder. Spinning around, she came face to face with a ghostly figure, an ethereal woman in a tattered dress, her eyes empty and hollow. Lily stumbled backward, dropping the journal as the apparition moved closer. The haunting figure began to speak, her voice a chilling whisper that echoed through the room. She revealed that she was Eleanor, the last victim of the mansion to TM's sinister curse. Trapped between worlds, Eleanor begged Lily to help her break the cycle and free the tormented souls trapped within the house. Gathering her courage, Lily vowed to help. She realized that to break the curse, she needed to find an ancient, cursed artifact hidden somewhere in the mansion. This artifact was the key to releasing the trapped spirits. With renewed determination, Lily scoured the house, facing more ghostly encounters and eerie phenomena. She discovered the artifact hidden in the basement, its malevolent energy palpable. As she removed it from its resting place, the ground beneath her began to shake, and the mansion seemed to come alive with angry spirits. Racing against time, Lily performed a ritual described in the journal. As she finished the incantation, a blinding light filled the room, and the spirits were finally released from their suffering. The mansion, once alive with dark forces, fell silent. Exhausted but victorious, Lily emerged from the haunted house as dawn broke over Ravenswood. The curse had been lifted, and the spirits, including Eleanor, were at peace. Word of Lily Odom's bravery spread through the town. The mansion, once feared, became a place of legend. The haunted house stood as a reminder of the courage it took to face one Odom's fears, and the power of determination to overcome even the darkest of curses. An icy wind howled through the barren trees as a lone figure approached Willow Manor. The house stood at the end of a forgotten road, its once grand facade now marred by time and neglect. Cobwebs clung to every corner, and the windows, dark and lifeless, seemed to watch the figure Odom's every move. Inside, the air was thick with a musty odor, mingling with the scent of decaying wood. Each step the figure took echoed through the empty halls. Flickering lights cast long shadows that danced ominously on peeling wallpaper. A chill ran down the figure TM's spine as the temperature plummeted. Wisps of breath became visible in the frigid air. The floorboards groaned underfoot, as if whispering warnings of unseen dangers. In the heart of the house, the figure found an antique mirror. its surface tarnished and streaked with grime. As they wiped it clean, a ghostly face appeared behind them, vanishing with a sinister whisper. Drops of blood began to seep from the ceiling, forming a grim pattern on the floor. The figure Tammy's heartbeat quickened, the silence broken only by the faint sounds of creaking metal and distant echoing laughter. They stumbled upon a grand staircase, its railing covered in a thick layer of dust. An ominous feeling overwhelmed them as they ascended, each step heavy with foreboding. At the top, a locked door lay in wait. With a trembling hand, they turned the key they found earlier, feeling the lock give way. The door creaked open to reveal a small, dimly lit room filled with antiquated toys and a rocking chair. That swayed of its own accord. An old diary lay on a nightstand, its pages yellowed and brittle. As they opened it, the faint scent of burnt paper filled the air. The diary chronicled the tragic fate of the Manorandum's inhabitants, lost souls trapped within its walls. A child's sobs echoed softly, growing louder with each passing moment. Panic set in as the figure realized they were not alone. A spectral child appeared, eyes hollow and sorrowful. In a voice barely above a whisper, the child spoke of a curse, of souls bound to the house, never to find peace. Desperate to escape, the figure fled down the hallway, only to be met by a chilling apparition at every turn. The walls seemed to close in, the floor shifting beneath their feet. With no way out, they found themselves back in front of the haunting mirror. This time, their reflection showed not only their face, but also the countless spirits trapped within, their eyes pleading for release. As the figure reached out, the mirror shattered, plunging the room into darkness. A deafening silence enveloped Willow Manor. Suddenly, the sound of a heartbeat echoed through the halls, steady and unrelenting, and then a whisper, so close it felt like a breath on the neck. "You can never leave." The figure screamed, but the sound was swallowed by the house, now a tomb for yet another lost soul. The lights flickered one last time, and Willow Manor stood in silence, awaiting its next visitor.